Wassup Weenies! How's it going? You are joined here with Victor Garsley.
I am the Crow Boy.
I am Mr. Graves.
And I am Frank and Jean.
Yes, and you are here on Sin and Gin podcast, the podcast where we talk shit, play games, and show each other our nipples.
That's for later, right?
We do that for a whole hour.
No talking, just showing.
Just nipple showing. So, yes, we are here for, I think this is episode 16 now of Sin and Gin podcast. How are we doing? Are we having the best time of our life?
My facial hair is slowly growing.
Oh, yeah. It's looking good. You were talking about stray hairs earlier.
Yeah, they just appear, Ash must have this problem as well, and you must do for the moustache, but they just appear in my mouth, on the table, fucking everywhere.
Have you got one caught between your foreskin?
Yeah, constantly. But that's just my freakishly long pubes.
I like my long hairs caught in between my foreskin. They're really fun because you pull them out like a piece of...
Oh, yeah, you've got a whole different set of circumstances going on over there.
I've gone to work, and I found, one of Lou's hairs around my foreskin. Oh. And I'm like, oh, hi, there I am at work with a long red hair.
Pick it off, give it a sniff, bug out.
Yeah. The cock out at work.
It's like getting fellatio from a clown.
Yeah. which happens often.
Yeah. So you may notice we sound a little bit crispier this week. A little bit more crystal.
It's a word.
We're covered in crisps.
We're like a crystal poo on a porcelain toilet.
One crystal poo.
Dave, do you want to explain why we're so crystal this week?
Yes. Well, we've got these lovely new stealth microphones from the company Aston.
It's almost like we were sponsored, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored.
we just all bought one.
Thanks for not sponsoring us.
Thanks, bastards.
But yeah, we got these sexy new mics.
Aston, if you hear this, fuck you.
So this podcast will feature 60% less breathing from Frank and Jean.
You owe us £480.
What makes me laugh is you keep going on about the breathing and I cut it all out, so you didn't get the breathing.
Yeah, but I still had to experience it when I was editing, and that was enough for everyone.
Stop it. So, Jen, since our last podcast, I've broken my arm.
Yeah, you have. Yep. You fucking numbers.
Like an absolute idiot. Well, as a 33-year-old adult, I thought it would be a good idea to go out on it's a longboard. You guys have all seen it. So yeah, smashed that up, and
yes, I have.
Luckily I didn't have to wear a cast. But I can't do much. But
you're one slingy boy, aren't you?
I am one slingy boy. I don't have it on now, but luckily I've got you guys to come round and wake me off.
Yeah, I was going to say, because how do you shake your fists at those shifty neighbours? Oh, you can't lift your arm.
I've got another hat.
Yeah, but it's not as effective. It's not your dominant arm. You can't shake hard enough.
He's got Victor Garsley's patented fist on a stick.
Coming too soon to a Victor in the Bully Merch store.
It's amazing. I found it in this shop that had loads of these fake penises, and they had a fist there, and I'm like, perfect for shaking at my neighbours.
How big was it? Like this at the end.
It was like an Italian.
Yeah, that's when he ships to Italy. €25. That one.
I use that one to get their attention, and then I get the big boy out.
Swap to the other one.
Yeah.
And everyone's
one on the side just to give him a...
and then there's the special nighttime edition, but we
glows in the dark.
That. Yeah. So anyone else?
Lullabies.
Anyone else said anything fun this week? Any stories? Any anecdotes?
Well, I went back to work sort of for a couple of bits this week. I had to clear. I work in a gymnastics centre for reference, but we've got this.
He's the head gymnast.
No, I'm not.
Expert backflipper.
I can do triple in less than a second. No, anyway, it was full of these foam cubes, and we're obviously going through the process in the place for social distancing and to get people back in. and we had to clear all of this foam out of this pit. And actually, not there was like thousands of bugs. We ended up with like nearly 250 bin bags full of foam, taking them out. It took like 5 hours or something ridiculous. It was mental.
What did you do with it all?
Put it in one of the studios for the moment.
Put it in an alley.
So clear things out.
I was going to say we could have definitely made some content with a room full of foam. Not Matt though; he would have broken something in a room full of foam somehow.
Somehow, yeah, I would definitely 100% would have.
It's like, oh, get me longboard.
2020 has not been kind to you.
It really hasn't. I'm bored now. Head up.
What about you, Dave? Come in contact with any foam?
No foam. I went on a bike ride and realised how unhealthy I am.
Oh, we've all done that.
Yeah. I started cycling up a hill and got to the top of the hill and felt really sick, and then went, "Oh dear, I'm unhealthy."
Oh dear. Mother, I am unwell.
Mother. The moment you walked in, you all right? How was your bike ride? Mother, I am unwell.
Mother.
I think I've got the black lung.
Mother, it attacks.
So what we got going on this week, eh?
This week we've got Count Factula, obviously.
Steadfast. Count Factula.
Then what's the game we're playing?
The name may change before we get to it because I forgot to give it a name. But in the minute, it's called Nurture or Blercher.
Obviously. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, it's Nature or Blercher, which makes it even more confusing.
If it's like a fake one, what about like nature or faketure?
Well, because it's meant to be like nature or nurture.
Oh, okay.
But it's Blercher.
Blercher. So we got that game.
All become clear.
We've got shit news, obviously.
Yeah,
of course.
And we've got the wonderful Blank-O-Mattic.
Yes.
So it's a pretty standard. We're sticking to it. Now, before we continue, I think we also need to talk about a few things band-wise as well.
Yes.
Good shout.
So I think one thing is the Quarantinis EP is coming on pretty well. We're all sending each other our tracks and doing our things. Which
that's remixes of some classic Victor and the Bully songs. In brand new styles, reimagined for the Corona children.
Yeah,
so this is the free. Imagine, sorry, without thinking of that.
Oh, the Imagines.
Yeah, sorry.
If you don't know what an Imagine is, go back a few episodes and live the horror live with us.
So the other day we had a nice, it's like a drum and bass remix of Stone Cold from Mr. Graves.
A bit of dub-wop. Dub-wop, DMB. Dub-wop, DMB.
We've had a nice 80s rendition of Barrel of a Gun from Frank and Gene.
Synthwave.
I was mucking about on an 8-bit Nintendo version of 8th edition, for better or worse. So yeah, it's coming on well. How you get on with your next one, Joe?
Yeah. I thought a lot.
Yes.
I thought a lot about it. I've done some really hard thinking.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've done one, and that's more output than I normally give. So no, it's all become clear. My plan is to do a pop punk rendition of Letting Go. So let's see how that comes out. It may not appear.
And not only that, but we have finally released the Sinner Society. Yep. That is the official.
That's the song.
The official Sinner Society fanfare.
And every time you walk into a room with another member of the Sinner Society present, you must do the trumpet.
At the same time.
Honestly, say.
At exactly the same time.
We'd just be a gig, and every time people enter a room, they'll go.
Yeah, could you imagine one of our gigs? We walk on stage.
Someone leaves the room to use the toilet and comes back in. It was like, oh God, hang on.
So yeah, if you don't know what the Sinner Society is, we have changed the Victor and the Bully Sinners page on Facebook with the group about memes and stuff.
The Steamy Dreamy Mimi page.
To now the Sinner Society, which is we kind of got a bit of a masonry type feel to it. I mean, it's not masonry.
I've never been in the Masons, have you?
No, but we made our own.
Yeah, yeah, because they wouldn't let us in, the bastards.
Yeah. So we've also got 2 houses, Infernum and Cardinal, where people can choose their house, or faction, as we're calling them. And we also have Nancy as the Watcher, who will remain neutral. And then on the 13th of July, we will be announcing our first challenge. And that gives people from either side of the house faction, I keep calling it house, faction, to do the challenge, send it in, and Halo, the Watcher, will be able to decide who the winner is, and that winner will receive an exclusive Sinner Society badge that you can only get by winning a challenge. And the loser, the head of the faction, so I'm head of Infernum, Joe is head of Cardinal, the loser will have to do a forfeit. And then we're still thinking up ideas, and maybe we could do a bigger forfeit at the end of the year, or a bigger challenge, or something like that. But that is the Sinner Society. So make sure you check it out and choose your faction.
Yeah. I can't help but notice that Ash picked Infernum and Dave stayed quiet. Who are you with, Dave? Where does your loyalty lie? Huh?
Cardinal, dude. Cardinal. The way there's 2 Infernums already. We don't.
Yeah. See, I love that, because that's the thing we want.
What I love is when I first selected Infernum and put my faction sort of thing on, Joe, literally, I shit you not, 10 seconds after it went up on Facebook, angry emote.
Traitor. Absolute rebel.
Well, the thing is, I love already that it's already starting, like, a bit of banter between people, a bit of this sort of rivalry.
Knew Catherine had so many memes in her?
Oh my God.
She was just an endless stream of memes. She's trying to dethrone Beth.
So it's been great. And the team seem to be evening out as well now, don't they?
Yeah.
So this will be an interesting project to continue, and hopefully it will grow as best as it can.
There may be some little interesting things we've got in the pipeline for down the line, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, we got some good ideas.
Some little musical bits that we could start incorporating.
Yeah, we got some good ideas.
Right. So one of the challenges.
Sorry, I think I got a note wrong. Sorry.
One of the challenges should be that our on chess. What would these 2 be? I guess knights of the factions. We should give them 2 months to learn the trumpet and see who can play the trumpet solo best.
who can create the best fanfare?
Yeah,
both with 0 trumpet experience.
We'll buy you a cheap trumpet from like Wish.com.
Yeah,
it's like £30 plastic.
Oh, the plastic trombones. Yeah.
Plastic trombone.
Oh, right. Well, that's happening. That'll be one of the things down the line.
We should.
You heard it here first on Sin and Gin. 2 trombone boys. Who would win?
I like the idea.
Tromboners.
I like the idea of like you and I on thrones and Nancy on a taller throne, and these 2 just come in with their plastic trombone. and then we all just turn to Nancy and we're like, well, and she's like, very good. The winner is
Dave. Come on, mate.
It's like,
come on, mate.
Come on, mate. Buy your fucking trombone.
Right, I don't see you on Amazon ordering the trombone right now.
I cannot decide. Fight to the death with your trombone.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't fanfares normally done with a trumpet, not a trombone?
Yeah, but the trombone is... You can't get a plastic trumpet.
I'm an Infernum. Do what I want.
It's not going to be like... I mean, it will, but it'll be like...
Yeah. That's the kind of fanfare we need. I'm just putting into Amazon plastic trumpet to see what comes up. I do think Ash has an unfair advantage though, because he's got those juicy lips.
From my previous 10 years of trumpet experience,
he's got massive lips.
Yeah, he's got those massive juicy lips, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
surely that'd be a disadvantage.
You can get a plastic 4-note trumpet for 16 quid. So
I'm buying it right now.
Dave's buying it. He's got excited about it. Here we go. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the extended intro. So we should probably move on to Mr. Factula and all of his facts.
Factula.
Oh, he's so factulous. Bye.
Oh, I like them facts.
I've got facts for you. You've got facts for me. Well, here comes Count Factula to train you with his facts.
I am Count Factula!
Oh my god!
I don't like that.
I got old. I'm old.
He's an old count.
Well, welcome to Count Factula, everyone, with Matt's great introduction. For those of you that don't know Count Factula, it's where the four of us come together, find facts that we literally found about half an hour ago, make sure that we've not done it before, and then panic and tell it to each other and hope we amaze each other. But maybe it's probably just about shit.
Well, yours is. Usually.
Yeah, yours. And 9 times out of 10, Dave's ones are about shit.
It's about shit. But, you know, we've got other people to kind of balance the shit. So, Crowboy, what have you got for us today, mate?
I have. So I've got a fact about the Trichobaccharacus robustus.
Oh, that was my one.
Oh, yeah.
No. So this one, this creature is more commonly known as the hairy frog or the Wolverine frog. Oh. And it looks very strange. If you're at home and not driving, do Google a hairy frog. It's kind of like a normal frog, but it's got some hairs coming out of its side. But it's got a very unique defense mechanism. So when it's attacked by something bigger than itself, it will break its own bones to form claws to attack and scratch with. So it's got these pointy claws in.
Oh,
so
cute.
Yeah, cute. It's got these pointy kind of bones in the end of its fingers, but they're inside the flesh as finger bones normally are. And what it does, if it's in danger, it literally like cracks all of its bones and they stick out the flesh, and then it uses it as like a claw. It's really flipping weird, and it's not technically a claw because claws are covered in keratin, like teeth and nails.
It's covered in jam.
It's covered in jam. No, it's just pure bone.
Frog jam.
When he goes to attack things, does he go, "Listen here, bub"?
Yeah, he's.
Do they have sideburns?
They have. Well, the weird thing is the hair they have, because they're hairy frogs, is down the side. So do they
track back in, or are they like once they've attacked the bone?
No, apparently it's like a wound and it just heals over again.
Okay.
So
the final question: does it look like Hugh Jackman?
Yes. Yeah,
excellent.
absolutely.
Okay, so
now I know why they call it.
I've got a question for you guys.
Well, I was going to. Yeah, go on.
What would your defense mechanism be?
Shit myself. Sorry, is this real life or fantasy? Sorry.
That is your defense
either, whatever.
I just shit myself.
Oh, carry on.
I crawl into a ball, I sob, and I shit myself. And most things think I'm too pathetic to even bother with.
To be fair, if you got into a fight outside a pub and just shit in your hand and was like, "Coming in,"
imagine if you shit in your hand and just slowly like smeared it down your face while giving them direct eye contact.
I think it'd be better if you did like the two black lines on your chin.
Yeah, and just your hands covered in shit. You'd be like, "Coming in,"
and then you give them like a really like bad line, like "nice day for a shit, boys."
Ow! I've just thought of something. You can bring out your rubber fist out your ass, covered in shit, and wave
flop it around.
Shake it at them. You damn rascals!
Yeah. So,
ass, Joe? Is that right?
So what about you, Matt? Then what's your defense mechanism?
My made-up one I'd take my moustache off and use it as a batamarang.
Oh, yeah. And your real one would be shitting yourself, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I should shit myself. Yeah.
I think I want to flash and like change colours, kind of like the star power thing in Super Mario, but be so bright and powerful that everyone goes blind, and then I shit myself.
I imagine you more like your hair turns into a helicopter and you just fly out of the situation.
That'd be cool.
Ash, what's yours?
I'd take my beard and my hair off, and then I'd look like another Lego person, so they'd get confused.
Oh, and you could like.
And then what will you do?
And then
so
I want it to be different, you see.
yeah.
So just to finish off this frog fact, they're found in Cameroon, and they're quite a delicacy. Apparently, they're roasted and eaten, but hunters have to use long spears and machetes to stop them from getting clawed by these flipping frogs.
How big are they?
And there's also another fact about them. Some of
Yeah,
them
the fact
grow.
you've got to use a spear on them.
Well, because apparently they're really. They're 11 inches.
They're really what, Joe?
They're 11 inches long as well. So you think they're like the size of basically the size of a ruler. They also. Some of them grow spines on their thumbs during breeding season, but this is entirely different according to a zoologist. So just ignore that spine thumb thing. Oh, apparently.
We will.
Don't worry about the spine thumb. Spine thumb and claw fingers. That's what they call me. So yeah,
But on a serious note, it is mental evolution.
that is what led to that point?
Exactly.
No.
One of
Who
them,
would have
maybe
thought-
one of them just broke their legs one day and then just became effective in combat. So like, we like that.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Who would have thought that all of this would have come from Adam and Eve?
Hey,
Well,
just from a rib bone. Just from a rib.
quite. Go on, and Ash, what's your factula?
Okay, right. Well, this one I actually found quite interesting. Does
Only
anyone
quite.
know? Does anyone know the origin of roller coasters? Actually, turns out that the first roller coaster was invented to stop people in America sinning too much. So there was
One of my favourite things.
Yeah, basically, back at the time when this was made, brothels, saloons, and everything were big money. You know, people were they were just past their
times.
big.
The brothels were
fun times,
fucking
yeah, exactly.
massive. You should have seen the brothels.
The creator of the roller coaster was very, very religious and believed that it was a sin to dive into such things. So with money he made from his previous businesses, making seamless ladies' stockings and other hosiery, once he retired, he stumbled across a mining facility where people were using mine railways that were no longer being used as a source of entertainment. Like they were sort of going across the tracks.
Oh, the bucket car kind of things.
That's right.
Mining
Yeah,
cars,
They were,
yeah.
that's right. And they were using them as sort of fun. And it was quite expensive to go on at the time. It was like $1 to go on at the time, which was quite a bit of money back then. So he came up with this idea by taking the idea of what he saw from this railway and decided on a place like Coney Island, New York, which was very big in the brothels and all that kind of stuff, and built a roller coaster, which basically to make everything family friendly and to try and lure people away from sinning so they could get on a roller coaster with Jesus and railway into heaven, basically. Oh. So he apparently made so much money from
When
it.
you have to die.
Well, I was being like metaphors.
Oh, yeah,
jazz,
being meta.
yeah.
When was
Being
this?
meta, yeah.
Yeah.
This was, give me 2 seconds. I did have the date. I'm sorry. This was quite hastily looked up about an hour ago. 1884.
So I've just looked up what $1 equivalent is in 1894. I nearly got it right.
Yeah.
It's about it's about $100. Like
There
now.
you go. Yeah,
That's quite a lot to get on a roller coaster.
Yeah. So that was before. This was for the
To be
railway
fair-
one. This wasn't for the
fair, you
roller
pay-
coaster.
You kind of pay
Yeah.
that when you go to Disney when you don't
Yeah.
queue for hours and
Well,
don't get on a
Yeah,
ride.
but Disney would be
no,
shit
the
if you
roller
went on
coaster.
one roller coaster.
You
No,
pretty
the
much
roller
do.
coaster
The
itself,
queues
the
are
actual
so
roller coaster
shit.
he built. Yeah, the roller coaster he built was only a nickel, so that was different.
Oh,
but
okay.
that was for the rail. You know, the railway
mine
mine I was
cart,
telling you
yeah.
about. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So basically, what he was saying though, looking into it, was that he was making upwards of like ridiculous, like the equivalent of like 15 grand a day or something like that after he built this roller coaster. It was like mega money. It was like, I think he said $600 a day. I think it was.
I wonder how dangerous it was. It probably went really
Well,
slowly, to be fair. Didn't it?
No, it only went up to 10 miles per hour, which was fast for those days because they didn't have any sort of alternate.
Yeah, I was going to say 10 miles
or
an
anything like that.
It's
Yeah.
relative as well. Like, have you ever been on like a Segway? You know
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
I went on like a an off-road Segway thing once in the forest, and those things went up to 7 miles an hour, and you feel like you're going about 100 on it because you're on this thing. But obviously, if you went 7 miles an hour in a car, it doesn't feel like
that's it exactly.
Just running.
Because they didn't, because they didn't have like cars or planes or anything along those lines, trains, you know. But overall, most people hadn't really been on a train at the time, so this was, like I said, you could imagine it was quite a thrill for people. So. Yeah, there you go.
That's very interesting.
Different, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Who was to go next then? Let's go with you, Mr.
It's just
Mr.
me
Matty.
left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be that guy.
I mean, there's not. I mean, Dave hasn't done his fact, but that's all right.
I mean, it can be.
It's because Dave introduced it.
Yeah. Just forget about him. Just Dave, don't worry. He's like that. He's like that, you know.
Give me the spotlight, for God's sake. Okay, so you're going to hate me, but I do have a small cluster.
Oh, God, the small cluster.
At least one of us always.
Fucking hell.
So I'm gonna try not to make it into a cluster. So the thing I'm going to talk about is children's nursery rhymes that have a hidden meaning.
I thought you were going to say children's erotic nursery.
I didn't know what was coming there, but I didn't feel like it was going to be,
So Jack and Jill went up the bum.
more sort of little, so things like, I mean, the most common one is Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posies, Ashes, Ashes. So most people know that is about the Black Death. But there are a lot more that have a similar or darker meaning. So I'm going to go much more with a nicer one. So you know the one, rockabye baby on a treetop, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bell breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. And this was, legend has it that this was a certain pilgrim saw an American Indian mother hanging her baby from a tree. And the baby was inside a birch bark cradle. And the idea is that it was away from the floor, so it wouldn't be eaten by animals, so she can get on with what she wanted to do. And the tree would rock the baby to sleep. So that's a nicer one, where that one came from. Then we got Three Blind Mice. Now, three blind mice, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did you ever see such a thing in your life as three blind mice? The farmer's wife depicted in the rhyme that is Mary I, the daughter of King Henry VIII and the Catholic Queen Catherine, who ruled England between 1553 and 1558, so only 5 years. She is also known as Bloody Mary because of her...
Don't you say her name in the mirror? Isn't that her thing? Yeah.
But yeah, she's known as Bloody Mary due to her atrocious act. She ordered the torture of and execution of many Protestants during her short-lived reign. On the other hand, the three blind mice were referred to in the rhymes are three Protestant noblemen who were charged of secretly planning to kill Queen Mary, but they weren't blind. And as punishment, the three men were suffered a horrible death and they were burned alive. But my last one is Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Just like that. I go Tommy Cooper. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow with silver bells and cockle shells and merry maids all in a row?
Talking about her vajazzling.
It's talking about her vagina and jazzles on.
Big old jazzles. Mary, Queen of Jazzles.
So, as you might guess, the Mary described in this rhyme is no other than our good friend Mary I of England, Bloody Mary, who executed three Protestant noblemen. The first line, "How does your garden grow?" refers to the expanding graveyards of innocent Protestants whom Mary ordered to be tortured and murdered for not converting into Catholicism.
She did a lot of murdering in her 5-year reign.
It's so murdery.
Do you know what? People would tend to prefer her sister Elizabeth I. She did a bit. She was a bit less nicer.
Was she a babe? Would you?
No, she was. Have you ever seen any pictures of Elizabeth I?
Yeah. So
I much prefer Elizabeth II.
Experts suggest that the words cockle shells and silver bells referred to the two torture devices used during that period of time. The former is a kind of torturing machine placed in the private parts of the victims.
Oh,
while the latter refers to a kind of thumb screws that smashes one's thumbs if they are fastened.
Oh.
Finally, the word maids is said to represent the maiden, a torturing device used to behead people.
Oh.
So
Lovely.
there we go.
Beautiful.
Mary, quite contrary.
Yum.
wasn't
Nursery rhymes.
Sorry?
How does that, like, why is that story of something so quite messed up become a thing that you like?
because kids? I guess it was the equivalent of kids doing horror stories and stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
they
like,
didn't have TV.
kids have an obsession with like campfire horror stories, don't they? So I
Yeah,
suppose that's the medieval
They're
equivalent.
fun and catchy.
It's like Pop Goes the Weasel, isn't that about selling all your stuff because you have a terrible alcohol problem?
Oh yeah, something like that. isn't it?
It's about going into the pub. You keep on going in and out of the pub, and then you sell your stuff. That's something like that, isn't it?
I'm not aware.
Well, it's just about being an alcoholic, isn't it? It's up and down the city road, in and out the Eagle. That's the way the money goes. Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah, I
And the
suppose
Eagle's
so.
a pub, isn't it? So
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so I
grim.
ended up going down this rabbit hole of nursery rhymes.
yeah. Well, you got the Brothers Grimm as well. All those stories were horrible.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at those first, but I thought they
Yeah.
were more common than these ones.
Kids just like horrible things.
I went to Copenhagen once.
Yeah.
And I
It'd be great if that was the end of the story.
they got the Christian Andersen,
Yes.
and so they got the Little Mermaid statue there, and it was like this little statue was like 15 minutes out of the. So I walked there, and it was just this tiny statue. I'm like, oh, all right, good. Now I've got to walk back.
Great.
Fly all the way to Copenhagen
Great.
just for
I
that.
was like, I should have just looked at a picture of it online. I mean, I'm the worst tourist anyway.
And someone jumped out at knife point, and then you shit yourself,
And then
and then he ran away.
I used my moustache batarang, and yeah.
So you shit yourself and ran off.
Despite Matt's attempts, Dave does actually have a fact this week.
Yeah.
So
So next up on Tin and Gin, we got not again.
Dave, hit us with your best fact.
Yeah, so Cardinals, big up the Cardinals. Mine's about crows. So basically, I discovered that crows, believe it or not, can remember a human face for up to 5 years.
Of course I can.
Yeah, of course.
Do they forget after 5 years?
After 5 years, literally on the day of 5 years, they go, what was his
I mean, to be fair, Matt,
you remember much?
if you met someone once 5 years ago, are you going to remember them?
No.
Exactly.
Well, basically,
Because it clicks, it just disappears.
it's away after a while. 5 years is gone.
There's an
Basically,
expiration date.
they've been doing tests with crows, and people have been putting on different. Basically, a group of scientists have been putting on different masks to see what effects it has on crows and how well they are with remembering facial kind of properties. So, like the difference between us four here, sort of thing. And what they've been doing, I don't know why they've done this exactly, but they've been wearing a caveman mask, putting it on, and then capturing crows. And they've also been doing it in like a contained experiment area. So they've been like obviously already captured the crow, let it believe it's free for an hour, for a while, with other crows in the same sort of area, and they will capture it wearing this caveman mask. And they also make sure they capture it in the view of other crows, and they'll take it away and they'll put it in a cage, and then they'll basically monitor. And what they've seen is that if they wear this caveman mask and try and do the same thing, or just wear this caveman mask in front of a crow that they've previously captured, or other crows that were never captured and only witnessed it, they will all freak out. They'll start squawking and like rustling their feathers and freaking out. But if the same person walks into the same room where they've been wearing a Dick Cheney mask, don't know what Dick Cheney mask. That's what I've read here.
What?
US Vice President Dick Cheney mask.
So these scientists are mad.
Yeah, I know, the choice of masks are very interesting. But basically what it's kind of proven is that even crows that didn't even witness it, other crows have told those crows who have like been captured or something like that by the caveman mask, that they have told other family members or other crows that they know that were nowhere in the vicinity of this thing, that the caveman mask is a dangerous thing. And even crows that
they've used masks for both scenarios to hide the person's identity. The crows.
Because crows have got a 5-year memory.
Yeah, that's
Like, imagine that for the next 5 years, they're just fucked every time they go to the shops.
Yeah.
Fucking Dick Cheney goes out on the street and just gets attacked by shitloads of crows.
Or a caveman.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a few. I've worked with a few people in the past, that were like cavemen. So I just imagine, like, how in the world do you describe facial features in crow? I just imagine like this crow newscasts with like a mock-up of the person of like Dick Cheney behind them.
He's friendly.
Obviously,
the husband
that needs to be an advert.
Yeah, the husband and wife crow are just sitting there like.
And then just look out their window. Dick Cheney's just looking through the window.
Hello, crows.
Hi, Dick.
I mean, crows have been really proven that they're smart because they've been known to like actually make tools and stuff like that to dig at things and capture prey and stuff. They've made claws and hooks before.
Fuck dolphins. Crows are the.
I was going to say, I'm guessing that they probably.
Did you say dolphins are racist?
Wankers.
Oh.
I was going to say, I'm guessing that they probably use the mask to make the face as distinct as possible. So they're probably like caricature ones, aren't they? So
also, it means that lots of scientists can have the same mask on and be the same person.
Yeah, well, that's logic, Joe, and I don't use that.
I don't abide by your rules of logic and science.
Well, one of the scariest things about crows is when you fall into a vat of them.
You become a crow boy.
You become crow boy.
Origin story, yeah.
Fell into a vat of crows.
That was my origin story.
Did you throw your mustache at him? Is that how he fell?
When I was put on the spot about what my origin of the name Crowboy was, my backstory is I fell into a vat of crows.
So basically the Joker story, but instead of acid, it's crows.
I mean, for people that don't know, actually, the Crowboy name came about because I covered a couple of shows when Redacted was in the band, and people were like, "Oh, so you're the replacement bully?" And I was like, "No, don't call me a replacement bully."
I've written half of these songs.
Yeah, or like substitute bully. I'll get called. So no, I was like, "No, I'm Crowboy." They were like, "What?" You heard me, Crowboy. Yeah. Joe Phantom. Yeah.
And then when they're squared up to you, just shit yourself.
Yeah, and
I was going to say
that was like a joke for a little bit, and then people just started calling me Crowboy at gigs, and then I just didn't stop them.
just adopted
My
the name.
favourite thing, right, is like when like with your Maven stuff, and then like people are like, "Oh, is that Crowboy's other band?"
Yeah, Crowboy.
You'd be doing like a Maven like chat thing online or doing a concert, like whatever, and then people will be commenting like, "Hi, Crowboy."
Yeah, we got like a load of private messages on our Maven account as well. It was like, "Is this Crowboy's band? Where can I get a Crowboy band CD?" And I was like, "No,
Crowboy band CD.
Crowboy band CD." So yeah, so that's Count Factula. What the flipping fuckity whiz have we got next? Oh, Nature or Blercher. Oh. Strap yourselves in, you little shits. We're going for a ride.
Is it nature or nurture?
No, it's Nature or Blercher because it's like I just explained this in the last segment, Matthew.
We weren't listening.
It's still shit.
I know it's shit.
Damn it.
But I made it up the minute that we started the fucking...
Okay, fine. Nature or Blercher?
It's real to me, damn it.
Fuck you all.
Damn it.
Today on How It's Made, we'll be looking at how cars get their ba-ra-pa-pa-pa, why chocolate doesn't taste like ketchup, and how many lemons have you got? I've got 7 lemons. But first, how the humans turn food into poo. Well, step 1, we tie the human to the slab and slice them down the middle. Once this is finished, you get a clear view of how it's made and where the food turns into poo. So if you look here, you'll see that it's currently turning into poo.
Hey, welcome. Listen, you 3 little chits. You 3 little weenies.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to play a little game. And I didn't give this game a good name.
The name.
So, but I'm not to blame.
The membrane.
You did your best.
And I've run out of things to begin with that end with aim. So this one, so we like to play little games on this show, and usually they're things that are either made up or real. And this one's called Nature or Blercher. So I've got some animals, some creatures from across the nature world that have got strange names, but I've also made some up. So it's up to you to distinguish between the ones I've made up and the ones that exist in the weird reality that we call nature. So I guess it's if it's real, nature, and if it's fake, Blercher.
Okay.
All right.
If I'd thought about this a bit better, I definitely could have got a better name. So okay, let's start.
Surely
Faketure, yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. It's Blercher now. It's Blercher. Listen, you shit.
First fault.
I spent 15 minutes of my break making this game up
no soapbox.
just for you to come here and naysay it. For you bunch of naysayers. God. Sweat my ass off in this faux leather chair for you to criticise me. Anyway, whatever you want to say whatever the fuck you want. Just let me know what it is. So the first one is the first one's the tasseled wobble gong. Blercher.
Yeah, Blercher. I'm going to go Blercher as well.
I'm going to say nature.
Dave's correct. It
I
is
fucking knew it.
a species of carpet shark.
Carpet shark.
It's called a tasseled wobble gong.
That's definitely carpet
Species of
shark. Yeah.
carpet shark.
Carpet shark.
As if that's real. A
What?
Yeah.
But aren't they the ones that sit on the floor and wait for shit to come along? Like,
Oh, they're the ones that always suck
How'd they go?
hand as well.
Okay, the hectic trance gecko.
That's fake.
That's nature.
Blercher.
It is in fact fake. It's Fatboy Slim. No. Okay, the pleasing fungus beetle. The pleasing fungus beetle.
Please.
Nature.
Nature.
Blercher.
I'm going to go nature as well.
It's nature. It's it eats the fruits of fungi. What about the raspberry crazy ant? The raspberry crazy ant.
You know what? I'm gonna go with nature.
Yeah.
Blercher.
It's nature. It's a South American ant with an unpredictable movement. The Great Northern Tea. It's real. The Great Northern Tea Rat.
The Great Northern what?
Tea Rat. The Great Northern Tea Rat.
Related to Mr. T, I assume.
I'm gonna go with nature.
I pity the cheese.
God.
Have
we gone? Is it happened this early? Has it happened this early? Oh God.
I'm going to go nature, sorry.
It's Blercher.
It's Blercher. It's Johnny Vegas.
Oh,
What did you say, Matt?
What's all these 90s references?
I know. What about the
Zig and
satanic?
zag.
The satanic gecko.
That's real.
That's real.
yeah.
Dave said it with too much conviction. Yeah, it's the description I've got of this is it's a bit of an evil gecko.
Isn't that the one with a leaf and it has like red eyes?
Yeah. The strange-tailed tyrant. The strange-tailed tyrant.
That's fake. Blercher.
Yeah, Blercher.
Oh, we've lost Dave. We've lost.
Oh, was Dave gone?
Dave, your mic's
Oh,
gone.
really?
Oh no, you're back.
yeah.
You're back.
Nature.
Dave's right again. It is a type of small bird from northeastern Argentina. So I've got two more.
Damn.
The sauce squid.
The what one?
What?
Sauce squid.
The sauce squid.
Yeah, like sauce. Like
What, as in like ketchup?
Yeah.
That's a Blercher.
Yeah,
Blercher.
Yeah, that's too obvious, that one, wasn't it?
I see you smiling. I saw your little side of your mouth flickering.
It's me after too much internet alone time. And lastly, the screaming hairy armadillo.
I'm going to go nature.
Nature.
Fuck it.
I think that's nature.
Yeah. That's a South American armadillo that screams when handled.
I got one.
I like that it had no
me.
name until that moment.
Yeah. What we had left was a hellbender, which is an aquatic giant salamander. And I also came up with the screaming goat beetle, which is just I put underneath it Brian Blessed.
Okay.
So Dave wins. Dave wins.
I've got a quick game for you.
Go on.
Think of a fruit, an emotion, and an animal, and that is your animal. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got it.
Kiwi, happy kiwi.
What?
Kiwi, happy kiwi.
Kiwi, happy kiwi.
Kiwi, happy kiwi.
I'm gonna be a mango sad partridge.
I'm going to be a banana anger leopard.
Banana.
A melancholy mouse.
Oh, that's sad.
That's.
So, did you enjoy Nature or Blercher?
I did.
The uncatchiest named game of all time.
Blercher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll work on the name next week. But I spent all my time finding out these weird animals and making up ones that I left no time for the name.
I do love that you just didn't call it Facture.
Well, fuck you and fuck your little socks.
Fuck your little socks.
Fuck your little socks.
Yeah, you and
Here's shit news.
Here's shit news. Do a shit.
Millions of men around the world are suffering from a terrible problem known as foreskin fiasco. Foreskin fiasco is when a long hair from yourself, a partner, perhaps a pube or maybe a stray bum hair gets caught around the foreskin. Now this causes a man not being able to urinate in the correct direction that he wishes to do so. So the team at Juicy Crew, we got our heads together and we've come up with a solution. Grab the new foreskin nail clipper. It's not for your nails, you just get a nail clipper and you cut your foreskin off with the clipper. Because you have no foreskin around your penis, this means that hair can't get wrapped around it. And that any hair that does get wrapped around it can easily be pulled off. So grab yours now and feel free.
This is the latest dispatch just received in our news.
Jim Podcast, bringing you the latest news from around the world with Victor Garsley, Crowboy, Frank and Gene, and Mr. Graves. This is Shit News. Yeah, it's shit news.
Welcome to Shit News, your escape from the lamestream media, where we deliver hot sopping news straight into your mouth.
Sopping.
Dripping. We're absolutely dripping in news.
Succulent.
So we're succulent. And that's why they call us the Succulent Three. So what's in the news this week?
It's four of us. Did you forget Dave again?
I forgot myself.
I exist.
I'm there just watching in the corner, touching myself. Anyway,
As always,
Katie Price's new boyfriend. Her pal says she's head over heels for a Love Island star.
Good.
Yep, good.
Wow. It's like a weekly one for her,
Yeah.
I think, isn't it?
Maureen Nolan admits all of her sisters, but Colleen, have gone broke since musical heyday.
Fuck Colleen.
Surprise, surprise. EastEnders star Millie Zero goes Instagram official with rapper boyfriend Ransom Fat.
Fuck!
Half of those words I did not understand. But my news this week is a little bit morbid. So I'm hoping someone else has got something a bit more wholesome.
Yeah,
so
wholesome.
In America this week, a man beat his 92-year-old dad to death, thinking he was a vampire. And has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. He tried to stab him with the wooden arm of a dining room chair. And then hit him over the head with it, and he died.
I'm such a monster.
I don't want to laugh, but
it's hard not to. And
I mean, he was 92. You could argue.
I am
He's had an innings.
He was listening to the Gym podcast, heard Count Factula, and then murdered his granddad.
Yeah. Thought his
stop
dad was
telling facts.
Yeah, thought his dad was a vampire and beat him to death. So there you go.
Wow.
I'm hoping, Matt, you've got something coming in from Dartford, something maybe a little bit more wholesome.
Yes, hello. Hi, yes. I've got hot news.
Ash can't recover from that last one.
It's so horrible, but just A fucking vampire.
Oh, we're all going to hell anyway. We're all going to hell. Laugh it. Laugh
I'm
away.
sorry, everyone. I'm a prick.
Pub decides not to reopen after lockdown after heartwarming discovery in garden.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So obviously, today's the 3rd of July. Tomorrow the pubs are open. I'm not going to one personally.
Fuck no.
Peter Gibbs, owner of the Volunteer Tavern Pub in Bristol, UK, will not be reopening July 4th, despite reduced coronavirus restrictions after staff spotted something in the beer garden. Snake fruit. No.
A chest full of snake fruit.
Chest full of snake fruit.
So basically, staff discovered a bird's nest in their beer garden, and because they didn't want to disturb it, they will not be reopening the doors this weekend. Pub owner Peter Gibbs said earlier this year a bird made a nest up on the roof of the pub, but sadly its eggs were attacked by a magpie a few days later. So we think the same bird was looking for a new place to make its nest. Our garden is usually packed with people, but as the pub's been closed for the past 3 months, she must have thought it seemed like a very protected and peaceful area to build her own nest. A few days after spotting the bird in the garden, the member of staff who discovered her went back to find 3 blue speckled eggs, which look like they're not far from hatching. And they've named the mama bird Mama Mint because the bird, because the eggs are like mint coloured.
You were reading me a children's story there.
I know.
That was nice. Don't ever forget, though, that a man was beaten to death by his own son because he was a vampire.
In his garden.
In his garden while looking at bird nests.
Well, I did say, even when we was having our socially distanced meeting in the garden, we realised it was pretty much impossible to stand anywhere and not be too close to Mama Mint. We decided that if we're so worried about disturbing her, when there's only 10 of us in the garden, how are we going to open the pub up to the public and keep people away from her?
Yeah,
Mama Mint.
Nice.
But Mama Mint does sound like a little bit like the head woman at a brothel.
Mama Mint.
These are lovely.
I'm Mama Mint.
From New Orleans or something.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm Mama Mint.
Come look at my ladies. My fine southern ladies.
My 3 speckled eggs.
You want some of Mama Mint's ladies?
Oh, I'm getting a hot news flash. Ash, are you on the scene of a hot news flash?
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I am.
All right. So this just in. Right.
Everyone drink. Everyone down your drink.
Escaped pigs cause traffic chaos on Virginia highway. Says authorities in Virginia said a group of large pigs caused lane closures and long traffic backups when they escaped from a trailer and went running loose on the interstate.
Oh, babe pig in the city.
Bay pig in the city, right here. So it says Kelly Hannon,
30 to 50 wild hogs.
A transportation spokeswoman said first reports came in about 1 p.m. Wednesday of loose hogs running through traffic on Interstate 95 in Spotsylvania County, about 2 miles south. Yeah, Spotsylvania County, about 2 miles south of the Thornburg exit.
That's where Count Factula is from.
But they said apparently, like in amongst the chaos and all the thing, the guy who was transporting the pigs basically got done for it. And they said most of the hogs were rounded up and returned to the trailer. They said, but one pig made it all the way across the county line.
Oh, baby pig.
Freedom!
That's the ultimate free range bacon.
Yeah, apparently the traffic went stretched up for over 2 miles while they were rounding up the pigs.
Apprehend the pig. They were like, fuck it, not our problem.
So it's not our problem. They should go back, just pull their donut. Yeah.
He's free now.
The pig just stops, like, turns around and goes, look at me now!
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like a weird, like niche American law that if a pig runs a certain distance, it's become a freed pig or something.
Do its own thing.
Well, it is state law, so... Yeah. Fine. Well, that's wholesome as well. I like that. Dave, what have you got for us this week? Anyone dead or vampires?
Oh, yes. Yeah, vampires.
Shit themselves.
Don't you worry. It's not about
beaten to death for being a werewolf.
You're just trying to make me like even more of a monster than I am. I swear. You keep bringing it up and I keep laughing.
Well, my one. See if you laugh to this, mate. A 32-year-old housewife, Hemila Umar, on Wednesday cut off her husband's penis with a knife. obviously.
Obviously.
Hot knife through
What
penis.
does she use? Her teeth?
Nail clippers.
One bit at a
Thought
time.
about that.
Oh, dearie me. Bread knife.
What about children's first scissors?
Oh, yeah, those are plastic ones.
Got the little like zigzags in them.
Didn't do it. Anyway, basically,
Carry
the
on.
man had his penis removed by his wife as 3 years prior to the event, he married a second wife. And there was obviously a lot of jealousy going on between the family. And eventually, after 3 years of the jealousy building up and up and up in her, this is all the report from the victim's brother, Usman Umar, I should say. Now, the things that kind of make me wonder about this report is just the fact that his wording. So basically, Aliyah, who was the man who lost his penis, was asleep in the same room as his wife, and at 2 a.m, she woke up and cut off his penis. Now, how does Umar know that? At 2 a.m, that's my big question. But anyway,
He always goes to sleep with his brother's penis in his hand.
and he woke up and went, "Oh,
What? Oh, would you look at that?
This used to be attached.
yeah." But basically, this man was seeing another woman, got married 3 years prior. His wife got very jealous of it and then eventually cut off his penis. And he was rushed to hospital. Now, the nearest hospital to where he lived in a town called Tella was 105 kilometers away, which is about 65 miles. So by the time he got there, his penis was fully detached from his body for that amount of time that they tried to reattach it. They couldn't.
Oh, sad
Now he
face.
can no longer have sex. And if he needs to pee, he used to use the decatheter.
Oh,
But she
ultimate sad face.
But she's also pregnant with his 8-month-old son.
Oh.
Well, at least he put the penis to good use before he...
At least, yeah. And
Was
now he
removed
runs
from
around
it.
with it like it's a fist. And you,
At the end of his
Maybe
stick.
his neighbours.
And now he doesn't have to worry about getting a dad willy. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
No, we can't have the 4th episode in a row.
Every
No.
episode, Matthew. Every episode.
So let's talk about... did anyone map their colour last week?
we're releasing a colour chart.
No, okay, right, yeah, stuff about dad willies. It even crept onto the Bloomin' Sinner Society.
I know, I saw
Talking
it.
about bloody dad willies. So that was your hot, steamy, moist, crunchy, slippery
That's not good. please.
Moist,
news
succulent.
for this week. So consider yourself fucking informed,
Yeah.
bunch of poos. What's next, Matt? The Blank-O-Mattic.
Hello, all of you crows and croblets. It's Frankie here from Frankie J's Foam Emporium, where we collect the finest pieces of foam and make them into everyday things just for you. We have foam forks, foam boats, foam televisions, 50-inch foam televisions, and condoms. Yeah, condoms. Why not? We'll go with those. Come down to Frank's Emporium where we've got a 20% sale on. Yeah, 25. Yeah, 25. If that means you'll come down a bit faster, we'll make it 25. Oh yeah, and we have foam cardigans too. Frankie's Foam Emporium at the Juicy Crew Shopping Centre. See you soon.
What's that? No, we don't have time for the Blank-O-Mattic right this second. What? Why is that? It is me, Count Factula. I have some extra stuff. Oh my God, Count Factula. I thought you left for the evening. No, I forgot to tell you some more facts.
I thought your son killed you.
That's what he thinks. I have returned for more facts. Oh my God, thank you, Count Factula. That's amazing. So,
Wow.
Just free leave and we'll
Yeah, should we leave you two alone?
okay, so we had some facts sent in to us.
Yep.
We have so I'm just going to run through these. Okay.
Yeah.
One is from Carrie Ann Troll, who said another name for Venus flytrap It's a tip. It's a tippet witchit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I've been having a lot of flies with my windows open, so I might need to buy a tippet witchit.
Yeah.
One reason Friday the 13th is considered to be bad luck is because it was the start of the end of the nights. More research needed.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Good.
The only one true panther in the Pink Panther is because the word panther comes from the Latin panthera. Yeah.
I mean, the original Pink Panther was a diamond, right? It wasn't even a panther.
Yeah, it was
okay.
Okay.
This one.
Right.
Professor Elemental starred in the Disney cartoon Phineas and Ferb.
He did.
And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It is wonderful to see Professor Elemental on like the Disney Channel with Phineas and Ferb.
That's awesome.
And we also had the absolutely beautiful Scott Donaldson send in one of his facts.
Scott Donaldson.
Scott Donaldson.
Dot Cotton.
Sure.
Who said Stubbs was a cat who was the mayor of Talkeetna, Alaska. From July 1997 until his death, Stubbs was described as a tourist attraction, having been flooded with cards and letters, drawing 30 to 40 tourists each day who hoped to meet the mayor. Yeah, there's that fact.
Interesting.
And they're all the facts that have been sent
There's
in.
your bonus facts. Thanks, Count Factula.
You're very welcome. I wasn't dead after all.
Stay away from your son. He's a bad egg.
The little spin.
Okay, now it's the Blank-O-Mattic.
Ooh, Blanky.
You dropped a hard C.
Sorry.
I might have to beep that.
Please do it. I'll make it
Can you
funny.
not beep it, and can you make it with like a weird noise?
Right, everyone make a weird noise. It's separately, and I will pick one. Dave, Matt, Ash. What's my one? Spin.
That one. There you go.
Okay, cool. Spend. What the fuck has happened? This has unravelled quickly. This is the Blank-O-Mattic.
Blank-O-Mattic, it's chromatic, it's dramatic. Blank-O-Mattic. It's Blank-O-Mattic.
What are we doing?
I don't know. For those of you on the podcast, Dave suggested we should put a silly face as we started the recording, and then nobody knew what to do. So
Well, it's just a stupid face, just as like fuck you.
Okay, so
fuck you, establishment.
Yeah.
Here we are, the favourite bit, or the worst bit of the podcast, the Blank-O-Mattic. Now, the Blank-O-Mattic, we find a random generator online where we put in random words and phrases and.
Want to say random one more time?
Random.
It is super random.
And then we will end up generating a story or a letter or something along those lines. Now, this week, it's been lovely. It's been lovely weather, and people are starting to want to go on holiday. So I thought it was a good idea for us to have a weekend of camping.
Oh, okay. just before you start, I mean, I know what Matt is in this. I mean, would you be a camper or a glamper? Would you are you like a traditional camping out in the elements, fucking wood fire, roasting a piece of old rat, or are you all the mod cons? You know, the inflatable bed, whiskey bar, fan. I don't know. Ash,
can I like be a bit of both? Just a glam.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm definitely.
I like both. I like both.
You can be a grandpa.
I like roughing it. I like festival roughing it, where you're just really grimy and everyone's really grimy. And
Right, so you said I know what Matt is. Am I a camper or?
No, you're a glamper. You're 100% a glamper. I've been to things with you.
Oh yeah.
You'd much
I love it.
have
events.
fucking,
But I can do camper as well.
yeah.
Like-
when you
like-
feel like slumming it with the peasants.
I can do
I could
that.
never do a camping.
I remember when I went to Phoenix Festival, because I love Phoenix Festival, and that's camping. You know, like you literally don't shower for a whole weekend.
No, that's
The only thing I-
now that's camping.
No, that's camping. But the only thing I hate is wasps.
Yeah, I hate wasps. They're little yellow shits, aren't they?
Little yellow shits.
Little yellow shits,
So-
and they come to wreck your barbecue.
And steal your women.
Yeah, and fuck your nan. What?
Sting your bum.
And kill your granddad because they think he's a vampire.
Yeah. Right, go on then. Right. So, holiday camping.
A weekend of
Get
camping.
ourselves in the mindset of.
Okay, are we there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
Right. A verb plus ing, like fishing, stomping.
Dancing.
I
Prancing.
think we should keep it fairly simple.
Spud munching.
Oh, there we go. That's the common trait of
I
spud.
love that. I think we should keep it fairly simple, shortly followed by spud munching. Fine, we're having spud munching. A family member.
Oh.
Uncle.
Uncle
Linda.
Uncle
Longfingers.
Oh.
Long fingers.
Very long fingers.
Okay.
Barry Longfingers. Have you met my uncle, Barry Longfingers?
A
You'll
type,
notice him by his incredibly large forehead.
type of
Uses
flower.
the
measure. What was the witchy pitchy thing?
What? What are you on about?
The fly trap, the Venus fly trap.
Oh, yeah.
The tippy toppy?
Tippy.
The witchy watchy?
The titty witchy or whatever it was.
The titty witchy?
The tippet witchet.
Tippet
Tippy
witchy.
witchy. That's it. That one.
Okay,
Go with
yeah.
that.
Tippet witchet.
You thought I was
Okay.
trying to say something silly, didn't you?
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Tepid.
Lukewarm.
I was about to say tepid.
What option is it?
Either.
Far be it from me in the Blank-O-Mattic to be the voice of reason.
Noun, plural. Bowls of
Bowls?
of
Oh, bowls of
Collection of
hot,
bowls.
sweaty porridge.
Porridges.
bowls of
Steamy, creamy, lemon drizzle.
Peasy.
steamy, creamy.
Lemon drizzle kneecaps.
Steamy, creamy mother's mash.
Oh, no, we do some mother... What's going on about mothers this and mothers that?
Yeah, but never mother's mash.
Steamy, creamy.
We've never had mother's mash.
Mother's
We had
mash.
Dad's
That's true.
delicious.
Dad's delicious.
Steamy,
Dad's
creamy.
delicious ding dongs.
Dad's delicious.
Steamy bowls of dad's. All right, we're just having dad's delicious ding dongs.
Dad's delicious ding dongs. There we go.
Dad's delicious ding dongs.
Okay.
Put it in the oven for 5 minutes.
Transportation.
The Willy Chopper 5000.
Oh. That's the bus that comes every half an hour.
The Willy Chopper 5000.
A common form of transport.
Direction.
That's what
Northeast, southwest. Let's keep this normal.
North by northeast.
North by northeast.
No.
Wait, are you the fucking shipping channel? There's a north by northwesterly breeze.
Look,
20.
Name
I
of
want
a
to be
person.
precise.
Name of a person. Scruff McGruff.
Jacob's Crackers.
Jacob Crackerson.
Jacob Crackerson. Oh, we're going to have Jacob Crackerson.
Of the Jacob's Crackers estate.
A number. Let's keep. I think we've learned. We've got to do a number.
8,008.
Let's keep it
8,008.
3.1459. Just a 4.
Just 4. Okay.
Just 4.
Come on. You're
An,
boring.
an adjective.
Hitting.
Bulges.
What did I come up with?
Bulging.
What did I come up with last week? Was it holus bolus?
Yeah.
Notice, yeah.
Well, I looked up weird adjectives.
Okay, I've gone for bulging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Noun, plural.
Clitties.
Everyone going,
A couple of little clitties.
A couple of clitties.
A couple of little.
No, don't put little because that sounds like they're childlike.
a couple of clitties.
Oh, God.
A couple of clitties.
Couple of
clitties.
clitwigs.
Couple of adult clitties.
Clitwigs.
Clitwigs.
Oh, a little wig to go on top.
Oh, Ash's clitwigs.
Is your clit a bit naked? Needs a wig?
Well, right, don't for its own advert there.
Here I go.
That with the and the crow one. Right, we need an adjective.
Oh, God.
Brothy.
Yeah.
Yeah? Brothy?
Yeah.
Brothy.
Yeah.
An animal. Now, Joe, you've thrown some good animals out today.
Yeah. What about
That first one.
the lesser spotted?
Well, what about one of our made-up ones?
Oh, fucking hell.
The melancholy mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could have the raspberry crazy ant. That was my favourite.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, raspberry crazy ant.
Or one of my made-up ones was the Great Northern Tea Rat, but I like the raspberry crazy ant. Sauce squid.
Raspberry crazy ant. Okay. Verb.
Swanging.
Squid swanging.
Karate chopping.
Kung fu fighting.
Why is everything based around that one song?
Fast as lightning.
Kung fu fighting brackets fast as lightning. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah.
Kung fu fighting.
Kung Pao chicken.
Electrified.
What? Yeah, Kung Fu fighting. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Kung fu fighting. Okay. Plural verb. Such as reproduces or drowns.
Drowns.
There you go.
Drowns? You want drowns?
I like
seductively drowns.
So, how does that look like? Oh, Joe Head's looking like
Sticky beats. I don't know.
I like seductively drowns.
seductively
Drowns.
drowns.
Got
Okay.
duck facing, there's a last bubble that goes from your lungs.
Erotically drowning.
A noun. A shin guard.
One lonely shin guard.
One lonely shin guard.
And then in brackets, once belonging to Peter Beardsley.
Once belonging to Joe. Who's Peter? Do you want to describe who Peter Beardsley is?
He was an ex-England footballer.
He had a wonderful haircut. Everyone Google Peter Beardsley and have a
He did have wonderful hair, yeah.
He was very weird. Okay.
He also had he had a face a bit. I say he had. I think he's still alive. I think he's only in his.
He's still got a face.
But his face is a bit like.
He's definitely a bit.
Okay, so we need two plural food. Like
snake fruit.
we've had snake fruit.
That's not plural.
What's that really stinky fruit?
Like
Fruit?
Oh yeah, is it durian fruit? Dorian fruit? I don't know.
Yeah, that one that stinks. That one.
I mean, something like green beans, like
Idami.
green beans.
Meaty balls. Green
Lean green beans to make
Lean green runner beans.
to make your boys strong.
Lean green mean beans.
Lean green mean beans.
And we need another one, another plural
cheese sticks.
food.
One old
Sweaty pork balls. Sweaty pork balls.
We need plural food. One,
1, 2 old leather shoes.
two 2 licorice.
Whizzles.
No. Oh, 2 shriveled lemon drops.
How many lemons have you got?
How many?
Shriveled
7 lemons.
lemon drops.
7 lemon drops.
A celebrity.
Oh,
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Dead vampire man.
Eric Roberts.
Mick Hucknall.
Peter Beardsley.
Wait. Think of a 1996 footballer. Ian Walker.
Michael Owen.
David Seaman.
Alan Shearer.
No, it was too early for. Yeah, it was too early.
David Seaman.
Teddy Sheringham.
David Seaman. David Seaman. David Seaman.
A noun, plural.
Fucking hell.
Crumbs. Just crumbs.
Crumbs. Yeah.
And bums.
Crumbs and bums.
Crumbs and bums.
Hey,
Okay, crumbs and bums.
Hey, crumbs and bums.
A noise plus ing, such as thumping.
Was it a noise plus ing?
Yeah.
Screaming.
Screaming.
Alerting.
Dirty.
Cackling.
We'll just go with screaming. Let's keep it simple.
Pig squeals.
2 noun plurals.
Spaghettings.
Spaghetti hats.
Spaghetti hats and jacket potato shoes.
Spaghetti hats.
Oh.
All right.
Jacket potato shoes. That would be painful.
It depends how hot they are.
They're great shoes, though. Oh, fuck.
I mean, if you found a big enough one, that would probably work.
Yeah.
Do you have
if you're
to-
poor and can find incredibly large potatoes at your local vendor.
Would you dig out the
It depends how
foot
big,
before
you know.
cook it?
Yeah. Oh. No, I'd like my
just stick
foot to
it
go
to the
into the
bottom.
creamy mash.
I'd cut it into a flip-flop.
Flip-flop.
I just leave them as they are. Just stick them on the bottom of my feet.
Jacket potato.
Like, you remember those buckets with the strings you used to walk on as a kid?
Yeah. It would make us taller, Rash. To
Okay,
be fair.
all right, we need to have a race for one of the Sinner Society. We need to have a race of potato bucket.
Jacket potato bucket.
Can we just, Matt? Can we just, as each of them is in a faction, can we just nominate Ash and Dave to just do these challenges for us on our behalf?
Okay.
Right, we need another adjective. Sorry, I didn't realise this was quite a long one.
Oh.
Jovial.
Sexy squeezing.
Sexy squeezing.
It's not an adjective, is it?
Oh, it's true.
Squeezing.
That's a
is.
verb.
Squeezing
Oh yeah,
is?
it's a verb.
Squeezing's a verb.
Oh, no. All right.
We can have
okay. All right,
sexy.
my bad.
Why don't we just have sexy?
Plump and sexy.
That's
Plump.
two adjective.
Plump.
Well,
Plump and stumpy.
All right.
Plumpy Stumpy. Plumpy Stumpy.
How about Plexi?
All right. Plumpy Stumpy.
Plumpy Stumpy.
Another animal.
A
jazz. No.
No, you went for Jazz Bobcat last time.
Yeah. Why do I go to jazz?
Dave, I feel like you've got one.
beaver, just because I saw him.
What kind of beaver?
A yellow beaver.
Just a yellow beaver.
Uh,
An oozing yellow beaver.
What about a bewildered beaver?
Bewildered beaver.
Belinda
A slightly bewildered beaver.
Belinda the bewildered beaver.
Oh, that's
Belinda
right.
the bewildered beaver.
Bewildered beaver.
No, but Belinda the bewildered beaver.
Belinda the bewildered.
Try and say that.
Fine.
Right.
Fine.
Belinda the bewildered beaver.
Oh,
Belinda the
God.
bewildered beaver.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realise how many this has got.
That's all right.
Belinda the bewildered
A verb plus ed.
Oh, what's that?
Scuppered.
Explode.
Scuppered.
Scuppered.
Scuppered away.
Isn't it scampered?
No, you can have scuppered, or you can have scampered. Scampied.
Stampede.
Stampeded.
The act of turning someone into a scampi. I've been scampied.
I'm breaded and prawned.
Oh no! Did you hear about Ash? No, what happened? He was scampi.
He got scampied
Oh no!
by Professor Scampi.
just here in the corner.
Oh, that scamp!
Yeah. Oi.
And then you get your rubber fist out. Ah!
Oh, get your rubber fist out.
Damn me, my brother could this.
Okay, we need another animal.
Catfish.
milking catfish.
Oh no.
Milky catfish.
A milky-eyed weasel.
What about an isosceles angle dangle fish?
I'm not writing that. Was it a milky-eyed?
A milky-eyed. What did I say?
Yeah, meerkat.
Milky-eyed meerkat.
All right, we're going with that.
Milky-eyed meerkat.
A noun plural.
Oh Christ!
No, sorry. There's a few more to
go. Jumper melons. A nice pair of jumper melons.
Jumper melons. I feel like you're talking about like football posts made out of jumpers, but
yeah.
Tits.
All right, we're having jumper melons.
Right.
Verb plusing. Filming. Filming?
Spaffing.
No, we had spaffing. Fisting.
Fisting. Rubber fisting.
That's fitting.
Rubber fisting.
Stick fisting.
Stick fisting. Woo!
And rubber fisting. Any kind of game.
Jumanji. That's any kind of game.
That's not a kind of game, is it?
Yeah.
What about
You know, you need like horror or...
strip Jumanji.
Oh, strip Jumanji.
Oh, that old game.
Oh, yeah.
Like Robin Williams when he comes back naked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fully grown adult.
We need 2 plural foods.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm going to run out of food for this, right?
The slipperiest of eggs.
Wet eggs.
I'll just write slippery eggs.
No, the slipperiest of eggs.
It's too much to write.
No, it'd be funnier.
Oh, what do you
Paedophile pineapples.
The slipperiest.
Paedophile pineapples.
And paedophile pineapples.
That's the next one. Paedophile pineapples.
The slipperiest of eggs.
Pineapples that have been paedophiled.
Paedophile pineapple. Oh, that's hard to say as well. Paedophile pineapples. Paedophile pineapples. Paedophile pineapples. Yeah. Paedophile pineapples. Paedophile pineapples.
Right, we're nearly there.
Good.
I mean, there's some good questions coming up, by the way.
Oh god.
A verb plus ing. Shoveling.
Shitting.
Shoveling, yeah. Shoveling. Let's just go with a normal, good old shoveling.
Another noun. A
jewelry snake.
What jewelry snake did you say?
I feel like the more we do these episodes, I start to really question what nouns and adjectives is.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay, you can like this one. An instrument.
Oh god. Ash, go on.
One spangly ukulele. I'm turning to Joe now.
You could do better than that.
All right, okay. Let me think. What about a dodgy didgeridoo?
Once
a cursed
demonic
didgeridoo. Demonic didgeridoo. Once for Christmas, Matt's brother Dave got me didgeridoo lessons. I didn't own a didgeridoo. I don't know where he got this idea from.
Okay, one more noun.
X-ray specs.
I have no clue what a noun is anymore.
It's an object.
It's an object or
okay.
Thing,
another adjective.
Place. That's what I'm looking for. It's a person,
I need 3
place,
adjectives.
animal.
3 adjectives.
Oh Christ.
Blue.
Blue, dabba dee dabba die, a dabba dee dabba die.
Blue.
Immense.
Blue. Immense. Yeah. Chunky.
Scruffy.
Chunkies. I like chunky.
Chonky with an O.
Chunky.
One chunky boy.
Video I posted.
All right, I'll get blue in there. Right, we've got 3 more to go. An animal.
Another one.
I know.
Scraggly.
Newt.
Scraggly.
Hungry hippo.
Scraggly newt. Oh, worm at the bottom of the garden.
Oh, that old chestnut.
What? Scraggly newt.
Scraggly newt.
And then we've got 2 more questions. Verb plus ing. Introducing. Undressing.
Dressing.
Rustling.
Wrestling.
Crisp rustling.
Crisp.
I just wrote rustling. And then something outside, like a hill cloud or a tree.
A hill cloud?
Oh, I like
something outside.
Hill cloud.
A tent made of my mum's old knickers.
Demons made from my leftover skin.
Tent made of mum's knickers.
Mum's old knickers.
My own skin.
Mum's
Demons made my own skin.
Okay, right. Are we ready?
Skidleys may be included.
Look at this. Disgusting.
Right, everyone have a drink?
Hang on.
Not
I'm going to grab beers.
He's going to grab a beer.
Grabbing a beer.
Right, everyone.
Well, fill in the room.
Talk amongst yourselves. Hey, yeah.
Okay, he's back. Okay, are we all ready?
They're very productive.
Good filling. Hit us with it.
But
What was this about again?
this is the weekend of camping.
Oh, we're going camping. That's right, yeah.
I completely forgot about
It was
that.
about 2 hours ago that we announced the
Sorry.
topic.
I didn't realise there were so many questions.
Right, go on, hit us with it.
Okay.
Camping.
I think we went more normal than we've ever gone.
Yeah, but I think this will work.
This could be a cohesive story, he says, in earnest.
Today, I'm going spud munching for the weekend with my mum and dad.
I don't know where I got that word from. That's my favourite.
Uncle Longfingers and my best friend, Tippet Witchett. It was a tepid and sunny day. We packed our dad's delicious ding-dongs into the trunk of our Willy Chopper 5000 and headed north to a place called Jacob Crackerson Lake. After 4 hours or so, we finally made it.
Christ.
The place was bulging with cabins surrounded by a couple of clitwigs and a brothy lakefront.
Oh, a couple of clitwigs.
It also had a raspberry crazy ant trail where you could kung fu fight in the morning or take late night seductively drowning. I'm amending these a bit.
Isn't that how Jeff Buckley died? Seductively drowning.
Seductively drowning. By dinner time, it was already getting dark. We all sat around the one lonely shin guard. once belonging to the bitch.
I'll read that bit again. That's good.
Please, imagine that.
Yeah, read that.
By dinner time, it was already getting dark. We all sat around the one lonely shin guard, once belonging to Peter Beardsley, roasting lean green beans and 2 shriveled lemon drops, thinking about David Seaman and Crumbs and Bums.
Crumbs and bums.
Suddenly, we heard screaming noises coming from in behind the spaghetti hats. Like the sound of footsteps walking on jacket potatoes. We held our sticks into the fire and yelled, "Who's Plumpy?"
What? We've lost him. It's been, to be fair, it's been a few weeks since we've been unable to carry on with the story because
I've managed to save a lot of money on expensive people to read it back for us. And then
We held our sticks into the fire and yelled, "Who's Plumpy Stumpy?" And there was no reply.
Plumpy Stumpy. Oh, dear.
the awkward silence. Who is Plumpy Stumpy?
We figured maybe it was a squirrel or some kind of Belinda the bewildered beaver. I took my stick of fire and scampered around. Out popped a milky-eyed meerkat. We all laughed and let him lick leftovers of our jumper melons.
You've killed Dave.
Dave's left the scene.
Dave's literally crying on into his bed.
After an evening of talking, rubber fisting, and playing strip Jumanji, it was time to roast the slipperiest of eggs and make pedophile
Oh my God,
I got to rewind a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a drink.
Straight face, Matthew. Straight face. We may have to reread this. We may have to get Dave. We might have to get one of your celebrities in to reread it.
We all laughed and let him lick leftovers of our jumper melons. After an evening of talking, rubber fisting, and playing strip Jumanji, it was time to roast the slipperiest of eggs and make paedophile pineapples while taking pictures. I took photos of my best friend shoveling, my dad sitting on a jewellery snake, and my mum playing the cursed demonic didgeridoo. The X-ray specs and our blue cabin. The next day we all went rustling up a huge tent made of mum's old knickers. Oh my God, mate. The next day we all went rustling up a huge tent made of mum's old knickers, scraggly newt back riding, and met some really immense people. It was a chonky weekend, and I hope to do it again next summer.
Oh, a real chunky weekend. I love that.
Oh, mate, I am going to use that every Monday. Oh, do you know that was a chonky weekend? Well, that was quite an adventure we had.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, dear me. I did wonder how that was going to come out. Oh, Christ. My sides hurt.
Oh,
who's Plumpy Stumpy?
Oh. Do you know what? This whole thing's really put me off paedophile pineapples, though.
I was into them beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Well, that was the Blank-O-Mattic, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Blank-O-Mattic.
Oh, Christ, my fucking sides. Well, yeah, thank you for joining us. We continue to be bowled over by the support you give this podcast. And tell your friends, come like the page. To be fair, we were nearly at, I did look the other day, we're nearly at 1,000 likes on that page, on that Facebook page for Sin and Gin, aren't we? We're at 900.
Yeah.
So invite your mum and her tent made of knickers.
Old knickers.
We'll all sit round.
Old knickers.
We'll all sit round and eat a paedophile pineapple together and have a jolly good time.
Will we ever find Plumpy Stumpy?
Tune in next week.
So, guys, if you do have any facts or ideas or suggestions or criticisms you'd like to send in, please send it in to sinandginpodcast@gmail.com. It's very lovely to be joined with you in whatever way you're listening to this. And
I like to think of you all reclined on a leather chair, naked, glass of brandy in one hand,
and
penis in the other.
Buttocks.
And shouting
penis in the other,
or vagina,
or a fist,
or other miscellaneous, and looking
shouting, "Who's Plumpy Stumpy?"
Yes.
And why am I sticking to this leather?
Oh, thank you for joining us on Sin and Gin. We bloody love you lot, and stay safe. You're all right. The rest of them love you. I think you're all right.
Solid 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Solid 6.
Bye.
Bye.